The Heroes of Might and Magic board game may be the biggest cash grab in the history of gaming. It's a nearly 11,000% price increase! My wife would kill me if I bought this game. I'm going to break down how much this game really costs and tell you about the fees that you'll have to pay that Archon Studios is not telling you about, because you're gonna be paying a lot more than what they're advertising. The game is in the final stages of a Kickstarter campaign, and if you live anywhere outside the European Union, backing this game is going to hurt. A lot. The Heroes 3 HD edition is currently on sale on Steam for $3.74. They are practically giving this game away. But if you want to go all in on the board game version, you'll have to shell out 299 euros. And if you didn't pledge back before September 1st, the game won't even be shipped until the second quarter of 2024. And for me, the shipping alone is another 50 euros since I live in the United States. But wait, there's more. Being in the United States means I also have to convert my dollars to euros. And have you even looked at the exchange rate? Oh great, my money is worth even less than it was last month, and it's getting worse by the day, and I'm not even done yet! Luckily, there's no tariffs for board games shipped to the US, but that doesn't mean the government's not gonna take their cut. According to ChatGPT, imported goods are charged fees for harbor maintenance and merchandise processing, as well as state usage and sales tax. For me, that adds up to nearly $30. Adding all this up comes to $411.88. Compare that to the $374 price tag of the HD video game. Do the math, and the price increase is nearly 11,000% for the same game! Archon Studios is exploiting a timeless classic in what may be a shameless cash grab! The board game adds nothing to the gameplay that the original didn't already have, and the PC game does it better! Because the board game adds a whole nother level of complexity. Now I have to memorize every rule that the computer handled for me automatically! The rulebook is over 40 pages! Who would want to spend all that time just to add more tedium? Is this just another attempt to cash in on millennials' addiction to nostalgia? And we all really appreciate that move by Disney, but I digress. One internet rando actually played the game and said, "Tried it Essen, was a thoroughly underwhelming experience, bordering on predatory. Nostalgia is a powerful drug and the developers look set to cash in on it." What would my wife do if I bought another board game that went unused? Haven't played it, haven't played it, haven't played it. This is starting to become like my unused Steam library. Ah, crap, the sale is still going on. I really don't even have friends to play board games with. Yeah, I know, it's kind of a problem. Why should I pledge to this? I should be saving money for retirement, buying a house, putting my kids through college, and in case you haven't figured it out, I really want this game. Yes, I am salty about all the additional expense that goes into backing this Kickstarter, but no board game comes cheap. Well, the good ones at least. Really, Archon Studio is not asking an unreasonable price for all the benefits that are included. The base game comes with 3 of the factions, with the others being sold as Day 1 expansions. The Tower faction is a Kickstarter exclusive and is included in all pledge levels. Between the 2 of them, there are 15 miniatures. You'll pay $75 at a game store for that number of minis, even without a board game. And if you step up to the Azure pledge, that's an additional 21 minis. I'm not sure, but these may even be Kickstarter exclusives. Definite exclusives include miniatures of the towns, extra hero cards, neutral minis, extra item cards, and other tokens. And these things look awesome. Granted, these are the pre-shaded ones, which definitely step up the price. My only fear is the minis not coming out as nice as the prototypes in the campaign pictures. Now check out the art itself. Game art is a big selling point for me. I like to have something that makes a statement on the table. Archon Studios definitely delivered on this one, staying true to the aesthetic of the original. Not to mention the potential these minis have if you're good with a paintbrush. Which I'm not. If you played the original, then gameplay should be easy to pick up as the turn-based style lends itself well to the board game format. I really dig the hex grid system, which preserves the fog of war mechanic for the unexplored portions of the map, and allows for random map generation with each game session. There are 14 different options for increasing or decreasing difficulty, emulating the difficulty settings in the PC game. The biggest reason for buying the board game over sticking with the PC version is the potential social aspect. Gone are the days of staying up late into the night with my college roommates playing the hot seat multiplayer. But with the board game format, a new opportunity arises to introduce Heroes of Might and Magic to friends and family members who would never have any interest in playing the video game. My wife's grandmother may even enjoy this board game. The feature that the board game potentially does better than the original, sacrilege I know, is allowing opponents to control the neutral units in combat, providing additional game time during another player's turn. But if you have more than 2 players, well then somebody's just gonna have to sit and wait. But newsflash, you had to do that in the original too. In my opinion, the Battlefield expansion is an absolutely essential upgrade, and the only way to make use of the fighting unit miniatures. Otherwise you're left using cards to engage in combat. What a joke. Oh, nice. Which means the Grail Pledge is the only option I would personally go with. I can make do without the art book and posters. And the Inferno expansion can just go to Is this a nostalgia cash grab? Kind of, but not really. The lowest priced option comes in at €75, which is a fair price for a board game and one expansion, but you don't get any of the combat minis. It's $2.99 for the big box of everything, including the shaded minis, $2.34 for the regular big box. Shipping costs are on a graded scale that goes up with every pledge level due to the increased packaging, but remember there's a lot of unseen costs if you're outside of the EU. So what's the verdict? Well, I would love to own this board game and really want to get in on the Kickstarter exclusives, especially the tower expansion, but there's not much time to do it. The regular campaign has already ended, and the Pledge Manager phase closes on Thursday. In fact, that was supposed to end last month. From what I've gathered, the game will find its way to retail sometime after summer of 2024. But even with all these reasons to get the game, my wife still might kill me. So should I buy it and risk joining Sandro in eternal undeath? Tell me in the comments below and do it quick, I've got 4 days left.